Well, I'm up here at the farm trying to get a little head start on the heat today. You can see the trailer behind me. Today I'm gonna basically try to go through the bees up in Ozark. We're gonna pull a few frames of honey off of the bees up here at the farm and in Ozark. Just a few, just to kind of finish out. If there's any extra honey I feel like I need to take, I will. And just gonna see what we can get done today. But I want to show you a little something I did with the feeder back there. You see the tank. I got a couple of videos about that a while ago. I watched a video by the skinny bee man about a way he feeds, and so I thought I'd kind of show you. I tried to set it up. It didn't work out as well as his. I got some tweaking to do yet, but anyway, let me walk around here and show you. Since I didn't have to mix up any sugar water today, I'm just using some that's already in the tank. I just hooked this hose directly to the tank. This hose is the one that we actually use that goes from the pump up into the tank to mix it up. It's 2-inch, it fits on there perfectly. I just open this up. We're gonna let gravity drain it out into my container right here. It's got enough, I better turn it off. Here's the container I came up with. I got this idea from a couple people. The first time I saw a container like this, similar to this, is on a Canadian beekeeper's blog, where he takes the totes, he cuts holes in the side, like this right here, and then puts the sugar water in there. I think he puts pine straw or hay or something in there, I'm not sure. But then I saw a video from Skinny Bee Man. He cuts up these pool noodles and puts them in there, so I tried to create something like that, but I didn't plan for the expansion of the tote as it gets bigger near the top. So I just threw some more. I actually had cut those up to take up a little extra space, put those in the corner, threw a little pine straw in here. We'll see how it works. So we got holes all the way around. We got 3 on each side and 3 on the ends. I'm gonna put the lid on here, like this, and we're gonna see if it works. The bees are a fair distance away, so it'll take them a little while to find this. But this isn't what this video is really about. The video is really about how we're gonna pull a little bit of honey and manage some bees today. So we better get to that. If you like what you see, if you'd hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and also hit that bell for future videos from me, I would appreciate it. Let's go down and pull a little bit of honey. Here we are down at the bees. I put these bee escapes on. Just gonna pull 3 boxes. This one right here I think is pretty full. There's 2 down at the other end that don't have a lot in them, but we need to get the boxes condensed down, so we'll just take whatever there is. The bees are busy, they seem calm. Let's see how it looks in here. Let's see if this bee escape worked. Look at that. I see 1 bee right there, a couple of bees right there. Beyond that, looks like we got us a box full of honey. We definitely have a nice box of honey. Very, very few bees climbing around in there. Here's the bee escape. This is one of those Saracel bee escapes. I really like it better than the triangle shape, but they're just a little too pricey for me this year. Well, there's the Ozark bee yard. I'm going to try to take everything above all the queen excluders off up here. If there's some to harvest, fine. If not, fine. Just try and get them condensed down where they need to be for winter. At first glance, they're looking pretty strong. Got the smoker lit, and you can tell by looking at my shirt here, it's already getting hot and humid out here. I'm not trying to complain, but man, it's just summertime here is pretty brutal. Honey flow is pretty much done for the year. Anything they're bringing after this will be theirs to keep. Once I get today done, get whatever honey there is off of these hives, it's not gonna be very much, and get it spun, Then I'll be able to focus on strategies for getting them into and through winter and start preparing for next year. But that's for another day. I didn't get bee escapes on these hives up here. I didn't have a chance to get up here this week. So I'm just gonna try using my fume boards. I've got a couple of those. We'll see how they do. I hope I have enough honeybee gone to get the bees out of them, because it's not gonna be real pretty. I think the bees are gonna get a little feisty, or at least they usually do up here. I guess we'll see. This box has two boxes above the queen excluder. I'm guessing, and I actually kind of hope I don't have a lot of honey up here. Yeah, we got nothing in this box. That's kind of what I expected. Definitely time to get this box off of here. Just going to eliminate as much room as possible for hive beetles. We don't have much honey in here, but we do have a little bit. So I'm going to use the fume board. This is an old fume board I got from a guy that was getting out of bees. I think that's where I got it. I hope I have enough honeybee gone to do this. It's an old bottle of honeybee gone. I've got some more at the house I forgot to bring. We will put it on there, the fume board, see how it works. There's only probably 2, maybe 3 frames of honey in there. It's trying to run the bees out of there. Okay, we've had this on here for a few minutes. Let's see how it looks. Yep, it's cleaned them out. Bee escapes work pretty well. I know a lot of my other buddies who do make videos use them. They take a little more time than what I like to spend. Well, we got this hive open. Let's just peek into this box right here. This is the second deep of this hive. Trying to get queen excluders off anyway. I see brood right here. It's gonna be perfect, I think. There's honey on the outside. It's not a real pretty brood, but we do have some brood. I think the bees are just stressed right now because it is so hot. The next frame over looks the same. Here's an outside frame. Let's see how it looks. A little honey there. Honey there. So we are done with this hive for right now. You might wonder why I'm taking honey from them. I'm not taking much. There's just a little bit in these top boxes, and it's just too much space for the bees. Got 2 or 3 frames of honey out of that one. The hive right next door here has almost no food stores. It's just a single deep. The bees are looking pretty good, but I gotta get some food out here to them. So I'm gonna kind of systematically go through these boxes, look at them just like that, and see what we end up with. Yeah, I don't think we really have any honey in here to harvest. Maybe a tiny bit. See, we're not getting much out of these yet. It's just a little tiny bit. Now this hive has a full box of honey on top. These bottom 2 boxes are packed with bees, but I didn't see much honey at all in this second deep, so I'm gonna leave them the super honey here. All right, got our fume boards on these last 2 right here. A little bit of honey there we can take. As you can see, the bees are stirred up. Trying to rob some. I don't know if you can tell by looking up there how many bees there are flying around. I was trying to be quick, and I think they're gonna settle down here pretty good. Deeps are heavy. Well, I got my garage set up. We got our uncapping table here with the Simple Harmony Farms uncapper. You got the Maxent 20 frame extractor ready to go. I got it bolted down. We got 14 boxes here, not 14 boxes worth of honey though. Mainly just trying to get some of these supers off of the hives, and we'll just take whatever honey's in them. I guess this has become my honey harvesting t-shirt. Brian from Backyard Bees NC, or Backyard Bees North Carolina, sent it to me a while back. And I've used it a few times, particularly when I harvest honey. So give a shout out to Brian. Check out his channel if you would. He's growing it. He does a lot of interesting videos. And he's a second-year beekeeper that's way further along than I was at that point in time. Since I pulled this honey, and a lot of it is not totally capped. We have some capped on this side. This side is not capped. So if I'm just harvesting in one of my bigger harvests, I would leave something like this in the hive. But since I need to remove these supers, I went ahead and pulled it. We've got a couple of frames over there I know are too moist, too wet. I'm just going to set them out and let the bees clean those up. What I usually do is I'll do a shake test like this. And if it doesn't shake out, then I feel like it's, and I've done okay with that over the years. But what I thought I would do today, just out of curiosity, I thought I would get out the old honey refractometer and see what the moisture level of this honey is. So I'm going to get it from a cell that is uncapped. Typically my honey is about 16 or 17%, which is perfect. So this is a little bit moist, close to 20%. So I will probably not harvest much of this honey that has this that's not capped. Let me try some from the other side. I'm sure it's probably even more moist. Yeah, it's too moist as well, about 19.5. So what I'm going to do, these frames that have a lot of uncapped honey on them, I guess I'm just going to feed them back to the bees. Not a big deal. So I'm not going to get as much honey as I thought. That's okay. Totally dry. I'll stack these boxes up here in Ozark so the bees can clean them out. I stack them like this, I stagger them just a little bit so the bees can get in to clean them out. But then I put this lid on here and it covers it up. Did it last year, it worked well. Well, it's after 7 o'clock. It's been a long day. I did everything myself, my wife and daughter out of town. It's always helpful when they're there to help harvest honey. But it went okay. We got a little over 3 5-gallon buckets. This bee's trying to sting me. The bees have calmed down. They seem happy now. I'm pleased with my Ozark bees up here. I think they've done well. I do have one dead out of around 20 or a little more hives up here, I think, which is pretty good. I did have 2 dead outs at the farm the other night when I went through them as well. I'm gonna get some food out here for them next week, and then we'll start treating them, watching them, managing them. I may get some queens early to mid-August to replace any weak queens I may have. I may combine some hives. I really spent this week focused on these hives up here and the hives up at the farm. I've been spending so much time with the bees on pallets trying to get them rectified. I just kind of neglected these, but the bees have taken pretty good care of themselves, I'll say. I'm gonna try some Apivar strips this year on my hives. I'll probably still do some oxalic acid. Even with my quick easy vape system, it still takes quite a while to do the oxalic acid. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do exactly. I do have 50 strips, Apivar strips. That'll give me a good start. And then I've got the oxalic acid as well. I may order some more of those strips if I like them. But we're getting up on time to do that. We're done with honey. I'm so glad we're done with the honey. We had a good year, about 39 buckets. I was hoping to get 40, finish out 40 today, but we didn't quite get there. Hopefully everything's gonna work out good. We're at a point now where we just gotta kind of get them healthy in a holding pattern, getting ready for winter, and start planning for 2021. Hey, thanks for watching Breezel's Bees. Subscribe if you like what you see. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that bell for future videos from me. Out here just doing the best I can, trying to keep these bees alive and healthy. And right now, I think these bees, I would say the bees right here in Ozark, overall are my healthiest and strongest bees. Y'all take care. Thanks for watching Breezel's Bees. On the next video.